I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it later, but it's important over here. I'm again revisiting the industry structure. It's a manufacturing business, yes. Economies of scale is important, but here's a catch. 75% of its cost is variable. 80%, 85%, 90%, if you think that employee cost is directly linked with the production lines and that is directly linked with capacity and revenue. So you cannot always basically add a new machine and see the economies of scale playing up. So if the economy of scale is not able to play up like this, then the margins are never going to expand and the free cash flow is never really going to come the way you wanted to have it. Moreover, however, rather, the higher capacity also improves revenue quality. And there is a non-intuitive angle to it, especially for this business. Assured and high capacity makes the company attractive to market clients as the company is able to kind of service their large demands in an assured manner. Marquee clients have a diversified and large portfolio, so that allows client mining as well. And also they engage in long-term contracts. They want to work with smaller number of people, but reliable people. So I cannot, so if, for example, they have a billion capsules per annum demand, I cannot be saying that, hey, boss, I have got 100 million capsules per annum kind of a setup. Why don't we have, why don't we have a relationship going? That creates problems for the procurers, because if they are to take me, then they will have to do individual quality checks and all those things. So it is non-intuitive, yes, but you can understand and appreciate the reason behind it now. So manufacturing quality is all same. ACG's manufacturing quality, Sunil Healthcare Capsules manufacturing quality, Chinese ones manufacturing quality, and Natural Capsules manufacturing quality is same. But in absence of the product quality, the quantity itself becomes a new quality. So what's the catch now? The catch is, if I'm Natural Capsules, my clients demand higher capacity, but adding new capacity will not really do any good to me because my margins will not expand. As a result, you will see maximum of the players in India, they have chosen or they have remained small. Even right now, Health Caps, a Chandigarh-based company, is making its first foray into capital expansion after it got some windfall out of the last 2 years of INR depreciation. Otherwise, before that, it was importing capsules directly from. It was also importing directly from China, substituting some of its own capsule manufacturing, and then selling it abroad. So the bottom line really is that until unless you do not change your manufacturing process, or you have higher pricing power, or you move to different export geographies, you really cannot, you know, generate newer cash flows. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'll just check why my laptop is not charging. Just give me a moment.
No problem. No problem. So I hope you guys are having a good time. And if you have any question, you can write it on the chat box, right? So I don't see any questions right now. You can keep, yeah. Soham, you're back, right?
Yep, I'm back. Yep, exactly, exactly. So someone actually asked, it's right, that it's a commoditized business. So why 21% margin? And we'll come to that. That's a good question. That's a this thing. But yeah, the observation is right that it's a commoditized business. It's a commoditized business where all right, let's go down to the next slide and I'll basically articulate what you said exactly, as is. So how to think about the industry? There's low value addition. You take gelatin, you do some processing, and you get empty shell gelatin capsules. It's a crowded market. There are Chinese players from the bottom. There's ACG from the top, and there are a host of uh, other peers who are trying to jostle for this 240 billion capsules per annum market in India. And of course, export oriented, because what else will someone do? So, question is really, can this economics change? So, let us take one by one. Let's take the low value addition in the beginning. Can a capsule, or capsule technology as such, be made more complex than it currently is in terms of by adding a new variant to it? Say, for example, you have created a different colored capsule or a different smelling capsule, things like that. Well, this is not really an FMCG business. Well, someone has said yes. This is very interesting. All right, I think I know what he's thinking, but I'll come down to that. I'll come down to that. The idea is this thing that the pace of innovation in the capsule business has not been really scorching the industry completely. The last new innovation that happened in the capsule business was in 1993, 1994, or sometime before that, when vegetarian capsules were introduced. Natural Capsules was the first company in India to manufacture vegetarian capsules. But after that, the only new capsule innovation that has happened, and vegetarian capsules are made from plant starch, cellulose. The only new innovation that has happened is changing the source of the plant starch. Now, pullulan capsules have come up. Pullulan capsules are made from tapioca starch. I mean, go figure. So, so that's the only thing that has happened till now. So, in essence, it's very hard to innovate the solid dosage forms. It's called solid dosage. Let us not get intimidated by this term. Tablets and capsules are called solid dosage. Now, there are innovations, yes, but those innovations have happened because the downstream clients wanted it. So you have got slow release, modified release, these kind of capsule businesses over here. So the idea is this thing: you cannot really come up with a new innovation until unless you do not have a go ahead from the client side, or the clients is not working, or clients is not really working in close collaboration with you. So in essence, new product adoption really is dependent upon the formulations themselves. For example, there can be enteric capsules. There can be capsules which basically does not release in one portion of the digestive system, but it releases on the other portion of the digestive systems. So these are possible value additions, but let us be honest, these are value additions that will be very hard for companies like these to build up. So we can kind of set it apart that the value addition is either hard, so it's hard to innovate, and for all practical purposes might not be the strategy to bet on, and you need close client collaborations to build something. So let us set that apart. It's a crowded market. As a result, what happens in a crowded market? Someone says commodity market. Yes, it is a commoditized market. In a commoditized market, the lowest cost producer wins. But then how do you really become a lowest cost producer? Your 75% of the cost is variable. So 80%, 90, 85% if you consider employee cost as well. So how do you really make a lowest cost production over here? It's not like you are basically building you're building a you're not mining coal for that matter. And the last thing is that it's export oriented. So for the economics to change, so for example, from sub-Saharan Africa, if you want to export to the much more lucrative Canada or Europe, you will have to kind of climb up the regulatory ladder. So if African countries were okay with Indian regulations and Indian regulatory regimes, and that is how they have been kind of having it easy. Now these same companies will have to satisfy US, WHO GMP, US FDA, these kind of things, Brazil's ICVIA, etc., to climb up the regulatory ladder and basically build up moat and gain some pricing power.